Kids are so important. Children, little ones, young ones, they're so important. And we all like to say, I love the kids. We love the kids. Do we? Sometimes our actions speak louder than words, and sometimes our words are our actions. Let's talk about it a little bit. Of the most powerful things that we can put in place for our kids is to build something up for them, is to build for them a future, is to pour into something that it would be ready for them to step into and take on. I was just reflecting on this as I was looking at the story of Solomon, which we found in our devotions this week as Solomon's coming into reign. But now we're recognizing that what Solomon is doing is he's building up the house of the Lord. He's finally getting to this place, but the scripture says that he's only doing this because his father wasn't able to do it. In other words, his father had to take care of some business. His father, King David, had to do some things in order to lay this foundation so that Solomon could continue to build upon it. And as people who love kids, who love the next generation, we've got to be laying down a foundation that the next generation can build upon. It's so, so important. And I saw another verse that spoke to this within the scriptures this week. It was found in Psalm 78, and I just want to read the first couple verses. It says, "Give ear, O my people, to my teaching, incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in parable." In other words, I will be that person who will tell that story. "I will utter dark sayings from old, things that we have heard and known that our fathers have told us." In other words, some things have been passed down to us from generations, and we don't want to be the end user. We don't want to be the one where this all ends. We want to continue to pass it on for the generations. And so part of what I'm calling of us, and part of what God is asking of us in this season of our lives comes in verse 4 of Psalm 78. It says, "We will not hide these stories. We will not hide these deeds. We will not hide these things from the children, but tell to the coming generations the glorious deeds of the Lord and his might and wonders that has been done." We have a responsibility as adults, as people who are growing into adults, to tell of the good things that God has done. So number one, that requires us searching out. What has God done in our lives? What has God done through history? And number two, let's find an audience. Let's find people. Let's find this next generation. Make sure we're in places where the generations are gathering so that we can share of the glorious things of God. We really love kids. Let's pour into them by telling them the great things of God and laying a foundation that they can continue to build on. Think about these things today. I love you.